So for search, I guess it's interesting, if I think about, if I want to install a fence in my backyard, I'm probably going to Google how to install a fence in my backyard. But when you're writing for this, it's probably different, right? Like I have a pain in my right side, or like
Yeah.
the search engine optimization words, keywords potentially are different.
Oh, it's totally different because people search the funniest things sometimes, and they'll be like right side pain, right side of right abdomen pain.
Right.
It's just, and it's weird because even as humans, we don't even like. It is funny though. Like if you took your phone and you started to search something voice, what comes out of your mouth, you're like, wait, that's whatever. It found something and it knows exactly what to do. So yeah, the keywords behind medical stuff is difficult sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's just all different ways that people would think about it or talk about it. And then, once you get into the content and creating it, talk to me about that process. So is it, you're interviewing doctors? Do you have to do a lot of research to put it together? Like, how do you know what you're putting together is both going to be interesting to the person who's coming to read it and also factual, right?
So it always starts with the audience, right? So whoever our client is, we always start with the audience because sometimes it's the audience of nurses. We write to nurses, and that's a totally different voice than everybody because the career itself is just so different than any other career. And then you have the voice of a patient, and that is seriously like a third grade level. You need to write very, very basic stuff. And really, we always start it with how we teach our patients. So I think that's the advantage of having nurses on my team and even doctors, because we have to talk to our patients very, very basic sometimes. Yeah. Especially, I'll tell you, my background in labor and delivery, teaching people how to take care of a newborn when they've never even done anything with a baby at all, and then to take care of their body.
Allowed to take it home.
Right. You have to
take this home. I don't know what I'm doing.
You give me 2 days here and now I need to take this thing home. What am I going to do? And, the very basics, and give people things to take action on, in a sense of like those bullets in our articles are very listicle type of things. And then, so yeah, definitely audience is always our huge thing. And then, who, like the topic, we always make our headlines very engaging because we want them to read it. So we always do things like 5 tips or things you didn't know, and things like that around those topics. And we do interview doctors sometimes depending on the topic. So for example, one of our big pharma clients, we needed to talk to some scientists, and it is easier for us as nurses to understand what they're talking about. So we don't have to do too much background before we actually talk to and do the interview. So one of my nurses did an interview recently, and I sit on those interviews with her just to make sure we're on the same page. And then we talk after the interview and make sure she understands exactly how to go forward with the article. So it is fun. We get to meet a whole bunch of different people, and around the whole United States. I think this is the best thing about, the internet, the World Wide Web.